This is, no one's here yet, this is a live stream, but I thought that I would do a live stream trying to explain what these coins are. So I'm going to wait for a few people to get here, and then I'm going to explain that to you. So I don't see anyone here yet. So Mike Pence received a coin from someone. And I see all over the internet a bunch of people that don't know what that's all about. Basically anyone in the military. Hey everybody, how you doing? Oh, wow, 26 people here. How's it going? Okay, so this isn't like a news update with too much current information. It's just about coins. These challenge coins. So I'm doing this kind of for fun. There's not a lot going on today. I've got some work to do later, but I see a lot of people speculating about these coins. And I've got a whole box full of stuff here that I'm going to dump the box out, go through some of the stuff that people might not know about. If you've never been in the military, you don't know about the awards and the different patches and stuff that we get. So, but I wanted to, okay, so I'm going to read an article that I pulled up here on, oh, this is a Reddit thread. So it says, Mike Pence gets handed a gold coin after certifying elections. Still don't think you're watching a movie. Can't make this stuff up, folks. So you might have seen the video of who gave him that coin. Andrea, do you have any idea who gave Pence that coin?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Dan Scavino tweet. Statement by President Donald J. Trump on the electoral certification, even though I totally disagree with the outcome of the election and the facts bear me out. Nevertheless, I will be warned. Okay, so that doesn't say anything about who gave Pence the coin, because that's more of what people need to be focusing on, other than the fact that he got a coin. All right, so this isn't telling me who gave Pence the coin. Does anybody know? Damn, this thing's too far away for me to read the comments. Anybody know who handed Pence that coin? And where were they? Were they in the let's see. Okay, what did Pence get? An envelope? Wow, there's 51 of you here right now. Good afternoon. I almost said good morning. We slept in today. So I'm having some coffee early afternoon. Probably not the only one that has a messed up sleep schedule right now. All right, so anyway, Mike Pence was handed a coin after he basically didn't vote. How do I want to put this? And how much can I say about the election on YouTube without getting thrown in the gulag? This is ridiculous. Somebody said spill it. The box? Yeah, I'm about to. All right, so this right here is a challenge coin. When you're in the military, it doesn't matter if you're Army, Air Force, Marine Corps, Navy, Coast Guard. I think the Coast Guard does this too. But, oh, wait, hold on. I think somebody said, Brooks. Okay, so Brooks And I'm not good at memorizing all. Okay, so it was in the congressional chambers, and Brooks, congressman. Mhm. Let's see, this account right here. Stupid name, Sharon Cox. Is that Bart Simpson? So hide user on this channel. I'm all about free speech when you're just here to just mess with me. Then you get to go away from my channel because they said this is a perp coin. So basically, anybody in the military that's done any amount of time and they've kind of gone above and beyond, or maybe they did something for somebody in a higher up position. Usually colonels, a full bird colonel, an 06 or above would have this, a congressman, a senator. Let me take that back. Actually, like a command chief, master sergeant in the Air Force, an E9, that is, the ranks go through E1 through E9, which is enlisted, and then officer 01 through 010, 6, 7, 9, 10, 010. Or in wartime, 011, that's 5-star general, but that's only during wartime. So anyway, the higher ups, management basically in the military and in government will have these coins. And if you're one of the lower level people, like I was a staff sergeant, and you go on a deployment or a TDY, or you're at your base and you do something that you didn't really need to do, but you did it anyway, and you got the attention of one of the higher ups, they'll come up to you and they'll shake your hand, and they're not telling you, hey, you're getting a coin. They'll just say, hey, how you doing, Airman Snuffy, or whoever. And when they shake your hand, they've got one of these coins in it. And then you take the coin and you go, oh, hey, I just got coined. Thank you. So these can be for multiple reasons. So, most of the time these are like an attaboy. Hey, you did a good job. I think sometimes what it seems like, maybe someone that's higher up that might be corrupt, if somebody does something for their best interest, but not just going above and beyond to serve the people, they might get a coin too. So there's a bunch of different reasons why you would get one of these things. So all the people in the military already know what I'm talking about, and they're like, yeah, I got those. Well, maybe most people. So before I dump this box out right here, I'll show you this one. So this is actually one that I got from our base commander, and my shop actually designed this coin. I was in public affairs, so we did multimedia, photo, video, broadcast, multimedia illustration, photo, video, and broadcast journalism. So the multimedia illustration part is designing things on Photoshop, creating billboards, wraps for vehicles for recruiting, stuff like that, and anything that had to do with design, graphic design. So we designed this one. We were an F-16 base at the time. It's an F-15 base now. They've transferred over. That's a little bit blurry. Can't see that very well. But our base commander, who was a full bird colonel, gave me that one. The 144th Fighter Wing. And it says, yeah, it's kind of blurry, but it says for excellence. And I really can't even remember why this was given to me, the specific reason this one was given to me. Maybe I'll remember as I'm doing this, but I mean, it was so damn long ago. I don't remember why I got this. Deployment, training video I created, I have no idea. So, all right, so here, this is gonna be like one of those unboxing videos. I've got a box full of trinkets that the military gave me, so let's see, I'll put these aside. And the same thing with medals. Medals and ribbons in the Air Force, they call them ribbons. Get a ribbon rack, There's medals and ribbons. Medals look something like this right here. That's the Air Force Commendation Medal. And this one I actually got for creating a flip book for recruiting. They'd been asking my boss for 5 years to do this book for recruiting. And he said, oh, that'd take a bunch of man hours and it'd take us months to make that, and blah, blah, blah. So my boss got sent away on a TDY, and the colonel came into the shop. I was running the public affairs shop while he was gone, and he basically went behind my boss's back, which was fine because he knew my boss was lying to him, and said, hey, Barton, I heard you're pretty good with this graphic design stuff. Do you think you could make me this book? We need to do this for recruiting, and here are, here's what we need. I was like, yeah, I could do that in like a day. So he told me what he needed. The next day, I gave that book to recruiting, and my boss was not happy that I proved that he'd been lying to him for 5 years. Just basically, he didn't want to do something for somebody that wasn't, on his side or something like that. So, which is ridiculous. But yeah, so that colonel wrote me up for a commendation medal. And anyway, that's the actual medal that I just showed you guys. And then when you put it on your ribbon rack, this is an old one. I've got more than this, but the medals go on top, and then the ribbons go on the bottom. There's federal and state medals and ribbons. So anyway, back to let's see. Do I want to dump this whole thing out?
No,
Oh no, why?
because everybody's asking about, like, what's going on, like, the.
What's going on with what?
What Pence got,
Huh? Oh,
the Judas coin,
Ju-
Masonic stuff.
okay, maybe that.
That's what you were gonna be talking about, that's what you.
Well, yeah, there's a whole bunch of metal or coins in this box.
Yeah, but those aren't Masonic Judas coins, those are military coins.
Yeah, okay. So for those that just joined and you're wondering about these coins, I just explained.
I thought you were gonna be talking about that.
Well, yeah, okay. So Andrea's here. She's on the live stream, watching it. I just explained to everybody that these coins are handed out in the military and in government as an attaboy for going above and beyond. This one says for excellence. So it all depends on who is giving you the coin and for what reason. So that's basically what these coins are about. And there's also something that goes along with it. Do I have my wallet? No. Anyway, I keep one of them in my wallet. I keep the one from basic training in my wallet that says integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. And it says 324th Training Squadron. On the back, that was the training squadron I was in San Antonio, Texas, at basic training. And these have like there's like a kind of a game that you can play with these. You keep it in your wallet at all times, whether you're active duty or if you're retired or just a veteran. And if you're out with other military people at dinner or out having drinks or something like that, and you pull your coin out and you set it on the table, whoever should have a coin, everybody in the military that has been in the military has at least one coin. And if you don't have yours with you, everybody that pulls the coin out, say there's 10 people, and I pull my coin out, and the other 9 people, so let's say 8 people pull their coin out, and there's one guy, one woman that doesn't have their coin. That person that doesn't have their coin, they're buying drinks for everybody that has a coin. So that kind of reminds you to, if you're going out with the military buddies, take your coin with you. So. And that's really all that is. So, like I said, the coin that Pence got from Brooks, is Brooks a congressman or senator? Who is Brooks? Mel Brooks from Spaceballs? So whoever that guy is, that guy has a coin, and he gave that coin to Mike Pence and said, basically, here you go, good job. So what side is Brooks on? Is he a deep state guy? Is he opposing President Trump and a constitutional republic? And that would basically tell you why Pence got a coin. Man, I forgot I had so much stuff in here. Okay, we won't go through this whole thing. This won't be a long live stream. Here, you know what? If I put this on... I'm going to put this on my computer so I can see your guys' comments. YouTube Studio. Content. Live. Mute it. So, like I said when I started this isn't going to be a super serious live stream. Wow, look at that. Got a cat in the background, shoes on the stairs. I didn't realize the house was messy. All right, so checking out some comments here. Suzanne, good afternoon. Jody says, what the heck is going down? Does our president have a plan? I don't want to be under CCP. I believe he does still. We're at the precipice right now, and there's so much deception and strategy going on that I think we're going to be okay. But we're at the point now where we're going to find out pretty soon whether we become a constitutional republic again, or we start using chopsticks. I don't know. Spill the beans already. I don't have any beans that I can spill that I haven't already talked about. I don't have classified information or inside information or secret connections or anything like that. I pretty much tell you guys everything that that I know. Deborah DeMarco says, I know the coins from being married to an Air Force colonel. Was he a lieutenant colonel or a full bird colonel? 05, 06. I mean, still a colonel. But getting that 06 is pretty tough. And one more promotion after that, you become a general. I am not retired. No, I did 14 years in the Air Force. So you have to do 20 to be retired. So I'd just be considered a veteran. So I don't have a pension, anything like that. I've just got this box of shiny trinkets. That's what I've got left. And my experience. Okay, so Kim Stewart says, when Pence got coined, Pelosi set over and went over and elbow bumped him. Black Sun is who she is owned by. Okay. Yeah, I saw the elbow bump. I was watching In Pursuit of Truth. And he was talking about that. Okay, so the two trolls that I've found so far in this live stream are Sharon Cox and Anita Cox. So, goodbye to you. Na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye. Have I looked into crypto yet? I can't afford crypto if I knew about it, so it doesn't matter for me. Okay, so Deborah was married to an 06. We call that a full bird colonel, so that's the reason why that rank for an 06, that's their rank right there, that bird, that eagle. All right, so let's see if I can go through a couple of these and remember what this is for. Let's see. Okay, so like this one wasn't even given to me. I bought it at the shop when I was at Airman Leadership School in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I graduated, and I wanted a coin to commemorate that. So that's my coin when I finished Airman Leadership School and became a staff sergeant, from senior airman to staff sergeant. So yeah, nobody even gave me that one. I just bought it. What else? What do we got here? Oh, not a coin. That was my badge from when I worked for the fire department. That's what I wore on my uniform. I've got all kinds of random shit in here. Me when I was a little kid, playing soccer. Huh? What, Andrea?
In the comments, what Deborah said about
Mel
Mel Brooks.
Brooks? Where? Mo Brooks. What? Okay, I don't see that one. What? Where is it?
It was right above where she said full bird 06.
Trump is making it look like he was peaceful transition. Okay, Mo Brooks began speaking on January 6th at the Trump rally and challenged other Republicans to stand with him to fire Pelosi. Was this all pretext? Huh. Okay, well, I'm confused on that whole situation. I don't even know how to comment on that. So if that guy is standing with Trump, fire Pelosi, then why did Pence get coined as an attaboy? I don't know. You guys, your thoughts on that are probably I don't even know what to say about that. Don't even know what to say about that. All right, just going through finding some of these coins here, just so people can get an idea like what people get coins for and what they're all about. Let's see, what's this one? Commander's Award for Outstanding Performance. 144th Communications Flight. So again, I don't even remember what the hell I did to earn this one, but this is from the commander in ComFlight. ComFlight is part of civil engineering, and what did I even do for that? I don't remember. No say. This one team, one mission, enlisted professional military education. Okay, so this was given to me. This is the coin that I received at Airman Leadership School in Knoxville, Tennessee. Excellence in education, enlisted professional military education. So this is where I learned to become a manager, basically, staff sergeant. Learning about how groups operate and work together, how to manage them, and yeah, so that's the coin I got for that. Learning the different stages of groups, forming, storming, and norming. Anybody in the Air Force has been through PME is probably going, oh yeah, forming, storming, norming, I remember that. These are, yeah, fuck it, I'll just go through some of these. These are just patches that would go on your uniform, your BDUs. This one is Air Combat Command, ACC. What else we got going on here? State Fire Department patches. That's one of the other patches that I would wear on my fire department uniform. So I was state active duty, meaning during regular work time out at the fire department, we wore a regular fire department outfit, navy blue shirt and pants, state type patches like I just showed you, like that one. There's another one. And then when we had drill weekend, we would put on our BDUs, and or if we were on special orders. So like 3 to 6 months out of the year, I'd be wearing my BDUs on special orders, and rest of the time when I was doing 48 on, 48 off at the fire department, I'd be wearing the regular fire department outfit. Geez, I haven't seen one of these in a while. Anybody know what this is right here? This is like the updated version of these. Anybody that spent some time in the military knows exactly what that is. I'm glad they don't have to wear them anymore. I'll wait to see if somebody tells us what it is. Teen Air and Army National Guard. Oh, this is a DVD I put together for teen camp. Take a bunch of teenagers to YMCA camp. We took them with security forces and let them shoot a 240 Bravo and some other firearms. Let them see what it was like to shoot. My son actually shot a fully automatic 240 Bravo, which is like the updated version of the M60 before I ever did. So that was kind of interesting. All right. Oh, Jesse's here. Punisher, 1776. How you doing, man? Yeah, long time no see. Where you been? Probably in Twitter jail, and good to see you here, man. Zen, how do some firemen participate in gang stalking and some have no idea, Mike? You know, that's a good question, because I had no idea what that whole situation was when I was in. I think they might have started the fire department doing that around 2012, 2013, right when I got out of the military, and I was only a firefighter up until about 2005, 2099, 2001, 2, 2003. But there was some organized stalking and harassment going on in the fire department towards me when I was there. But as far as going code 3, everywhere you go, lights and sirens in town, beyond statistically possible that that would happen that much around you. I don't know when they started doing that. But the way that I think that some firefighters would basically get tricked into taking part in some of these situations, I've talked about it before. If I hadn't been subjected to this targeting program, I wouldn't understand the bigger scope of the whole thing, because it's compartmentalized. They only give a certain amount of information to the different groups or organizations that are carrying out their part of the program. So the people at the fire department probably got approached by somebody in an FBI with an FBI badge, CIA badge, whatever acronym, Intel, and you know, you've got some patriotic people that want to help other people in those type of services. Most of the time, some people get their job for so they can get women or control or status, you know. But for the most part, police and fire seem to be the kind of people that want to help other people. But if somebody came to my department, if I knew nothing about this when I was a firefighter, and they said, hey, we've got this anti-terrorism program, and we need your department to help us catch terrorists. Every single one of us would have been like, awesome, what do we do? Oh, we get extra pay too on top of that? Okay. And then they just say, okay, well, you've got this GPS on your truck already that helps you get to your certain locations. When this little red dot pops up, when you're out and about in public, we need you to go code 3, lights and sirens. Just while you pass that little red dot, it's going to be a vehicle or a person standing on the side of the road, and it's considered training. And it'll help us in this operation that we're working on. The people that don't think on multiple levels, like, why would I be doing this? Or they don't know the other parts of the program, like the police are doing the same thing. People in government positions are doing the same thing to you. There's gang stalkers that are pounding on your door in the middle of the night or swerving at you in traffic, stuff like that. They don't know all of that's going on, so they don't know that the targeted individual is going through a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week psychological takedown program to just completely destroy their psychology.
Did you see Jesse's message?
That's how some people would get roped into that. Jesse, Mike, want to do another show together? Sure. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you and ask you what you've been up to. I know you went through a surgery, and yeah, I think a lot of people would, the people who are left on Twitter, there's a bunch of them now. My girlfriend got suspended last night, sometime between yesterday and today. You know, for probably saying like, love and light, or keep your energy high, or have good vibrations, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe when she called the Clintons criminals, maybe that had something to do with it. But I mean, it's the truth. So yeah, she got suspended. Everybody's been suspended. I have no idea how I'm even still on there. Maybe I don't know. Oh, same here, Anita. FedEx and UPS too. Yep, they have both of those corporations have taken part in organized stalking and harassment with me. The United States Post Office has. Bus drivers, absolutely. Jesse, you have, yeah, okay, you beat me to it. Text me. You have my phone number. Deborah DeMarco said she was suspended at the same time with Trump. Kaylin FAGRE. Says, teachers, I have video documentation of a high school teacher at the school my daughter used to go to. Her and her brother involved in organized stalking and harassment and being completely racist, calling me a white piece of shit and trying to instigate a fight. So yeah, I mean, there were teachers that were part of Antifa. A bunch of the teachers that got arrested in Portland were Antifa. So, all right. So let's see. What are some of these other coins? Oh, this was somebody from the Clovis Veterans Memorial District. This was a Vietnam veteran that I was just talking to, having a conversation with before I even knew that I was targeted, and we were just talking about the state of our country, and he gave me this was his coin, actually. So Clovis Veterans Memorial District, and it says honoring those who served. So somebody gave him this coin, and while we were talking, you know, he realized that I was one of the good guys, I guess, and said, "Here, I want you to have this." I was like, well, thank you, that's awesome, I appreciate that. What else we have here? Air National Guard, United States Air Force Airman Leadership School. So there's another one from Leadership School. I think this is actually the one that they gave us. Why do I have two of those? One of them I bought that just says Staff Sergeant, but I have two that say Airman Leadership School, Professional PME. So, oh, here's another one from our commander. This is our older coin, California 144th Fighter Wing, and it shows the F-16 flying over Half Dome, which is in Yosemite, California. Half Dome's just a big mountain there, and then on the back it shows the Colonel, Full Bird, 06. So that was from our commander before the coin got updated. Defenders of the Southwest. Outstanding service to community, state, and nation. Oh, okay. This is, let's see, Edwards Air Force Base. I don't remember who gave this to me. But I do remember the trip I took out to Edwards Air Force Base with security forces, and I did a 45-minute documentary on security forces operations, and I went with those guys on training missions to learn how to interact with Middle Eastern villages, trading supplies, and different things like that, to become friends with certain people and make allies, as opposed to just going in there and shooting them up. We were literally crawling through the bushes at Edwards Air Force Base in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, with night vision goggles, with the rattlesnakes and everything. It was kind of intense. So there's another one from the base commander. I've got several of those. Let's see. This is speaking of security forces. This is one of the reasons that people talk about cops. They're either back the blue or all cops are bad. And I'm like, yeah, I've worked with a bunch of those guys, and there were some of them that were bad, and some of them were doing their job to protect you and your family and your rights. So this was actually one of my good friends that I stayed with in contact for a long time. And this is the security forces patch for the Air Force. And they made that into a coin, so the cops carry that. And my buddy and I gave him my fire department coin, and he gave me his security forces coin. So one of my best friends in the military was a cop. And yeah, I miss that guy. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Wonder what he's up to. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Oh, okay, yeah. So this one was given to me by the Adjutant General of the state of California. So this is the 2-star general that is in charge of Army and Air National Guard over the entire state of California. Actually spent quite a bit of time with that guy, and we went up on some flights. He did a familiarization flight in an F-16. He's an Army guy, so they don't fly in jets too often. And I was basically attached to him while he was doing all that stuff and documenting all of it. Went up on a KC-135 with a bunch of family members to show them kind of what their spouses do while they're at work. And yeah, so that was given to me by a 2-star general. This one has nothing to do with the military. This is from Farmers Insurance. Shiny trinkets. Let's see, what else do we got here? All right, I don't know, some of you guys might be bored with this. Some of you might be interested. I don't know. I won't go through this whole box, it'll take 2 hours. Are there questions I'm missing, moderator? Let's see. Oh, here, check this out. Stratton Air National Guard. That's where I went to Albany, Schenectady to learn how to be a SCBA tech, self-contained breathing apparatus, and become a professional with the limitations and operation of breathing apparatus. Oh God, there's so much stuff here. I won't go through all this, y'all. Oh, let's see. Anybody know what these are? Yeah, we're keeping it light today. Who knows what these are that were in the military? These are hilarious. But you wear these with a certain uniform. Dog tags. Yep. Caitlin got it right. They're for your socks. So I already threw them in the box. So when you wear your dress blues, you need to keep your socks pulled up so they're not all like down around your ankles. So you hook these, you hook this part to your bottom of your shirt that's tucked in, and then you hook the other part to your socks. And before you put your pants on, you look like you're wearing garter belts. They're kind of funny. But they work. Dog tags. Barden, Michael J. Social Security number. Air Force. O negative. Religion. None. And those are my dog tags. So if you die in battle, here's something a lot of people don't know. If you die in battle, they take this dog tag and they put it between your teeth and they shove it in there, and that way when they put you in the body bag, there's a way to identify you and that thing won't fall out. Now in my case, I could fit a roll of nickels between my front teeth, so I don't know where they'd put it with me, but past that point, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. Andrew, are you still here? Did you check out?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm going between the chat and the reading on my laptop.
Okay. Kaylin was Navy. Okay, well that makes sense. That's why you know this stuff. I'm surprised you're even watching this. Probably like, big deal. Everybody's got a box of that stuff. Some of this stuff I'm going to pass by. Just, let's see. This is called a job badge. This goes on your blues. Goes on your uniform too, but just says kind of like what your job is. This is from civil engineering. I've got 3 of those actually. Civil engineering, communications, and public affairs. let's see, what's something here that, yeah, so there's something that would be worn on BDUs. Civil engineering patch, go on your shoulder on one side. Let's see, what else? Huh, I got a bunch of old patches here. So this is when I was in A1C, or A1C, Airman First Class, got 2 stripes there. That'd be from the old BDUs. Then when you deploy to the desert, you wear these because it matches the desert sand camo. And then these are for your blues. Oh, here we go. Here, this is the old blousing strap. Somebody, I don't think if anybody answered that, but basically you bloused your pants, your BDU pants, and you put this thing around your ankle, and then you stuff your pants up underneath that, and then that keeps your pants tight around the top of your boots, and then you don't look like a dirtbag. I'm passing a lot of stuff up here. I don't want this to be like 2 hours long, but there's a bunch of, there's another fire badge from when I was living in a tent over in the Middle East, in the United Arab Emirates, Al Dhafra Air Force Base, outside of Abu Dhabi. What's out there, Willis? All right, just about done here, everybody. So again, these coins, for the people that are just logging in, a lot of people were asking about Mike Pence getting handed a coin. They're usually just for an attaboy, like, hey, good job, here's a coin, shake your hand, take the coin, and you go, cool, thanks, I'll add that to my collection and put it on the little wood holder on my desk. This was an awesome deployment. Actually, I went to Tyndall Air Force Base to document some dissimilar air combat, basically. Our F-16s from our base flew out to Tyndall Air Force Base, and they would go up and dogfight with the F-22s for training, dissimilar aircraft training. That's about the only time I ever actually had to go to a classified briefing. And then the classified stuff they told me, I saw people talking about at an air show later. And I was like, I went through 2 days of training to not talk about this, and then these people at this air show were talking about the exact same thing. So anyway, yeah, that one's from Tyndall, out in Florida. See, it's got the F-22 on the back, which I still think is one of the most amazing aircraft ever made. Part of Lockheed Martin I like. Let's see, this is from Fire Academy, Air National Guard. Wait, is it? Air National Guard, no. Fire protection, the desire to serve, the affinity to perform, National Guard firefighter, the courage to act. Who gave me that one? Oh, this was, let's see, this was our fire chief, who's the chief over the entire Air National Guard Fire Department. So in charge of, I don't know, probably around 1,000 firefighters. Defend Freedom. 324th Training Squadron, Knights. So this is our flight coin that actually somebody in our flight designed the coin. Basic training. So you get one from your flight that your flight designs, and then you get one at graduation day that everybody gets. Command Chief, Master Sergeant. So E9 is the highest enlisted you can go, but on a base they will have the Command Chief. So he's the highest enlisted person. He's basically the leader of all the chiefs. When all the chiefs have a meeting, he's the chief of the chiefs. So that's what that one's from. Get the little star in the middle of all those stripes right there. That's the Command Chief. He's the top dog at the base. And then they have a Command Chief of the Air Force, and he's the chief of all the chiefs in the Air Force. Oh, this is, okay, so this one, we're almost done here. Then this live stream will be over. I'll answer a couple more questions, but this is from, I forget what even the top enlisted Army is, but this was actually Leader's Coin for Excellence, and it was given to me by the Army, 340th Forward Support Battalion, supporting victory, pride, service, support. So I deployed with 360 something Army engineers up to Northern California when half of California was on fire. First time the military had been deployed to go fight fires in decades. And I went up there with those guys, and I didn't go as a firefighter, I went as a journalist, and basically embedded myself, me and another journalist, we embedded ourselves with the Army and went out into the fires with those guys and documented the whole thing. I had like a 60-pound backpack on the whole time and a video camera, and I was going through with all these guys. But yeah, that one right there is, I believe that's Sergeant Major, and that I know that this one up here is Lieutenant Colonel. So, but yeah, we went out and lived in the woods in tents with the Army engineers for a while. And they were kind of surprised when I showed some of them how to cut fire line. They were like, how's the camera guy know how to do this? This is actually one that an old friend of mine brought back from Iraq. So this was given to me. He got deployed to Iraq. And this is from the, I won't read all these letters. 167th Air Wing, 157th Air Wing, bunch of different air wings that went to Iraq on this deployment. Operation Iraqi Freedom, 447th ECES AEF, 8 January to June 09. Sather Air Force Base. Crash Fire Rescue. So that's from the fire department. Sather Air Force Base in Iraq. And that was brought back for me and given to me. All right, so that's it. Let's see. What is this? Oh, Maryland Voluntary Fire Service Certification System, Fire Inspector 1 and 2. There you go. So, let's see, what is this? Oh, yeah, medals. Anyway, all right, so that's what coins are. So who has idea of why that coin was given to Pence? I don't know. Gonna just check the comments here, and here I'll go from the bottom up. When martial law is in, you lose your First Amendment. I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of looking forward to martial law. I don't see any other way to get rid of a bunch of these domestic terrorists, mass arrests. That I could be wrong. They could come round me up. But I don't know. Does Lockheed Martin have like a database about all the technology used in our targeting, or maybe similar? I believe so. I believe that through research and networking, that a private company called William Patrick Cox was operated by, who William Patrick Cox worked for Lockheed Martin, was disseminating these gift cards to basically launder money to people for payments for organized stalking and harassment. So that's the part of Lockheed Martin I don't like. I love the aircraft they build, SR-71, F-22, all their aircraft. Amazing, world's greatest. But they have some dark projects too that no go. Yeah, so I would think they have some kind of database. So, like some of these people that are in the live chat right now that are just saying ridiculous stuff, that they're not just here for fun. They're probably getting some of these gift cards that I was just talking about being handed out from William Patrick Cox, and yeah, so they're rewarded, and that's been proven pretty much beyond the shadow of a doubt. Just not in a court of law yet, because these programs are still under national security, and that's why we're hoping for FISA declassification and other declassification of weaponized systems against United States citizens. This is actually a good question right here. The toast: does fire ambulance department get government money for perping us? Yes, I believe they do, and the way that they get away with it, they get federal funding. So they have federal mandates, federal guidelines that they need to follow in order to get their annual federal funding, and a lot of that is because of corrupt unions working with corrupt federal government. And so, one, they get their federal funding, and two, the way they get away with the live propaganda, basically, that started bigger into place after the Smith-Mundt Act was revised, basically saying that propaganda can be used against United States citizens. That propaganda isn't just through the media, in commercials, in music, and all the different stuff to change our perception of reality and our way of thinking, but it's actually used on our streets. Those of you that are targeted individuals that go through this type of street theater already know what I'm talking about. Those of you that are new to this, that have never heard of it or never been subjected to it, it's tough to understand. But I believe that police, fire, and EMS, and a lot of other different organizations that take part in gang stalking, organized stalking, and harassment, get federal funding to perform these street theater events on targeted individuals for social engineering. Again, the way that they get away with it is they chalk them up as training exercises. So they have to do a certain amount of training each year. Fire department, police department, EMS, they have to do training. And they want them to do live training in live scenarios. So they combine those two together, and they make sure that they do their training event, their live training event scenario, in the proximity of a targeted individual. And the theater is scripted to coincide with events that are going on in the targeted individual's life to trigger the targeted individual and get them to either after time of this happening in your vicinity, you're going to feel like you live in an alternate reality. It's almost impossible to understand unless you've experienced this yourself. And so they get two birds with one stone. They take part in the social engineering program, and then two, they chalk up their hours for training, and then they get their federal funding dollars each year. And if they don't comply with these programs, then they don't get their training hours, and they don't get their federal funding for the fiscal year. Each fiscal year, government military, ours was in July, and they have to show a certain amount of training, a certain amount of expenditures by the end of the year, or they don't get that money again the next year. So, I mean, it takes time and resources. It takes money to perform a lot of these street theater skits, fuel, manpower, depends on what they're doing. If there's a staged accident, then those vehicles are covered by the training dollars, and then they want to grow that more and more each year. So the street theater skits will get more and more extravagant. They get bigger and bigger and bigger because they want to grow their fiscal budget dollars for each year. And that's how that works. If you don't spend it, you don't get it again the next year. I've seen that myself, not with street theater skits, but with expenditures, purchasing things towards the end of the year. We have a couple months left. Towards the end of the year, boss comes up to you and he says, "Here, take this catalog. We have $30,000 we need to spend, or we don't get that money next year. So whatever you can think of, we need for the shop. Make a list, and but we need to make sure we spend $30,000." And I always thought to myself, what kind of business would operate this way, other than the government? What kind of business could stay in business if they just had to spend a ton of money? That was just in one shop. $40,000, one shop at a guard base. We've got a ridiculous amount of bases all over. It's a lot of money that they make sure they spend just so they can get it again the next year. And a real business couldn't operate that way. They spend what they need and what they can make a profit on to stay in business. No other entity other than the government could spend that way, and it kind of creates a financial cancer, in my opinion, to where all of these shops, all of these government organizations that have to spend their money or they don't get it next year, they start creating needs. When there aren't organic needs, they start creating them to keep growing that budget, keep growing their shop each year, and it's just not a good way for people to operate. If you can't hear me, turn your volume up. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I just wanted to do something that wasn't too, I don't know, such a downer. Maybe just talk to some people about some of my experience and explain what some of these coins are. I've had people tell me before that I'm stolen valor, that I'm just pretending that I was in the Air Force and that I'm trying to get attention or something like that. And that would be quite the effort to find all these coins and all these patches with my name on them and be able to speak about that, all of those experiences and the way that things work in the military. So anyway, it's just one of the things they do to try to gaslight you a little bit. Tanya Williams, missed the coin talk, just logged in. Okay, well, I'm about to end the live stream and you can start it over, and I talk all about coins. And that's it. So I think I'm going to check out. Appreciate you all being here. And next live stream or next video will be either an interview or something a little bit more important than just what coins are. Maybe that might be important. That coin that Pence got might turn out to be an important thing later on down the road. We'll see. But yeah. Oh, if you guys haven't found me on BitChute yet, I'm on BitChute. Just look up the Bardin Report, BARREDIN report on BitChute, or you can just look up my name, Michael Bardin. Started a channel on there. I've been trying to upload. I did an interview with a friend of mine that was like 3 hours. I did 2 parts. Tried to upload that on BitChute 2 days ago. It's still processing. Never had that issue before. We talk about the election, things that I'm not going to put on YouTube right now, which is weird for me. I usually don't censor myself, but Yeah, so check out BitChute, and those interviews should be up. I don't know if they're just not going to let me put them on there or not, but still on Twitter at Michael Barden 8, number 8. Go to my website, bardin.us, BARREDIN.us. Link to my PayPal is on there. Send your philanthropist uncle or relative that loves our country and wants to hear real news. Send them there, and I could use all the financial help that I can get still. I'd appreciate it. A lot of journalists are being shut down and censored on social media, and I'm one of those. I'd be making a few $1,000s a month with monetization with my social media if I hadn't been shadow banned, which I have proof of being shadow banned on TikTok. It's tougher to prove on YouTube, but anyway, yeah, still kind of tough to make a living doing that. And I have hats around the world. If you go to Google or DuckDuckGo, type in hats around the world with no spaces, and then space eBay. That's my eBay store. There's over 12,000 items in my store. I've been running that business for 10 years now, and it's been tough to stay in business because they do the same thing to my store. I've got a ton of attacks in my store, and it's kind of like, I keep repeating this, but it's such a great analogy. It's SGT report. Sean at SGT report said, you build a digital storefront, have an online store, so it's kind of half brick and mortar, half online, not just my journalism, but if they don't like what you're saying, they're just like Antifa going down the street in a small town or in a big city and burning down a business that somebody worked 10 years to start, and then overnight that business is gone. And that's basically what's happened to me. So I'm just trying to get through this until all those people are gone and we have our freedom of speech back. So, all right, that's it, everybody. Thanks for logging in. All of my subscribers, all of you internet trolls that get paid with gift cards, enjoy those gift cards while you can't. They're not going to be around much longer, and then all of your assets are going to be seized and redistributed to the people that you've terrorized domestically. So you guys have a great day.